Hello, Bante Warponio. Smile. Can you read me a story, please? Pretty please.
There was a girl named Sudana who wished for enlightenment and earnestly sought the way. From a fisherman, she learned the lore of the sea. From a doctor, she learned compassion towards sick people in their suffering. From a wealthy woman, she learned that saving pennies was the secret of her fortune, and thought how necessary it was to conserve every trifling gain on the path of enlightenment. Every little moment, every little progress, every little practice, how important it is, how essential it is, moment by moment. From a meditating monk, she learned that the pure and peaceful mind had a miraculous power to purify and tranquilize other minds. Have you all ever seen that? Have you ever seen someone who is maybe having a bipolar meltdown? They're very depressed, they're very anxious, they're very angry, and they have this ability to cause you to feel anxious, you to feel unstable, you to feel fear. So once there was this girl named Sudana who wished for enlightenment and sincerely sought this path to enlightenment, to freedom. She wanted to be free. From a meditating monk, she learned that the pure and peaceful mind had a miraculous power to purify and tranquilize other minds. Once, she met a woman of exceptional personality and was impressed by her benevolent spirit. And from her, she learned a lesson that charity was the fruit of wisdom. Charity is the fruit of wisdom. Generosity is an expression of wisdom. Okay? We are not separate from one another. We are not separate from the environment. When another suffers, we suffer. When another is hungry, we are hungry. This insight, this wisdom into the interbeing, the truth of no separation, no discrimination, from this tree of wisdom, the fruit of charity. So act out. Be generous. Do it. Donate what is valuable to you. Your time, your attention, your money. Do it in a meaningful and skillful way. But in doing it, do only. You don't need to tell people that you volunteer at the soup kitchen. Okay? You don't need to tell people that you meditated for this period of time or you're helping these people or all that. You can, but at that moment, the doing only, the experiencing only, the offering out only. Okay? It's not important what you do later. All right? But the offering only, the right there in the present moment, the sharing only, the listening only. The listening only. Okay? Once she met an aged wanderer who told her that to reach a certain place, mountain of swords, and pass through a valley of fire. Thus, Sudana learned from her experiences that there was true teaching to be gained from everything she saw or heard. Not consumption, not something that tastes sweet, not something that we like or dislike. Okay? What does it say here? Thus, Sudana learned from her experiences that there was true teaching, true wisdom to be gained from everything she saw or heard. Not just something to consume, not just something to buy, not just something to like or dislike, but rather true teaching to be gained from everything she saw or heard. She learned patience from a poor, crippled woman. She learned a lesson of simple happiness from watching children playing in the street. Simple happiness. And from some gentle and humble people who never thought of wanting anything that anybody else wanted, she learned the secret of living at peace with all the world. Okay? We're talking about drama, we're talking about politics, we're talking about this big complicated situation that we have in our lives and what we want and what we want to avoid and all this kind of stuff. This nightmare situation, okay? Well, have we learned patience from a poor, crippled woman? Can we learn this lesson of simple happiness and emphasize it and prioritize it in our lives? Simple happiness. From some gentle and humble people who never thought of wanting anything that anybody else wanted, she learned the secret of living at peace with all the world, right here in this present moment, including those difficulties. That's okay. How wonderful it is for those difficulties to be okay. How sweet it is to be safe in the midst of difficulty. She learned a lesson of harmony from watching the blending of the elements of incense, and a lesson of thanksgiving from the arrangement of flowers. One day, passing through a forest, she took a rest under a noble tree and noticed a tiny seedling growing nearby, out of a fallen and decaying tree, and it taught her a lesson of the uncertainty of life. Sunlight by day and the twinkling stars by night constantly refreshed her spirit. Can we refresh ourselves? Are we willing to refresh ourselves? Thus, Sudana profited by the experiences of her long journey. Indeed, those who seek freedom from suffering must think of their minds as castles and decorate them. They must open wide the gates of their minds for freedom and respectfully and humbly invite her the fragrant incense of faith and the flowers of gratitude and gladness.
Hello, Bante
Be
Warpanyo.
wholehearted, okay? Be sweet, be simple, try to be kind, etc., etc.
Yes, I am sweet and
Also,
kind.
let go now.
Fat chance I let go. Oh my god, you're funny.
Word-based reality situation.
See you later. Be safe. Have a great day.